Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. Now, we're right in the middle. We're right in the middle of my August boot camp. And for those of you that are participants, I know a number of you have had some issues with your settings to make yourself more visible. And so let me hop over here. And so the first thing we're going to do this morning is we're going to talk about how you can turn on what I like to call your fast button so that you are more visible. Now, when you're more visible on Facebook and LinkedIn, and there's something that you could do that will literally make you appear to be online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the strategy, which has worked for years, is if you don't turn your computer off, stay logged into Facebook, stay logged into LinkedIn. And when you've written to somebody, whatever you've done, when people look at you and they see you're there, they see that green dot next to your name, they're more inclined to answer your message, respond to what you're doing, because they think you're there and you're not. I remember years ago, I had a friend that called me up and they said, "Max, you need a life." He says, "What's wrong with you?" He says, "Every time I log into my Facebook, you're there. 3 o'clock in the morning, you're there. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're there." He says, "Man, get a life." And the truth is, I haven't been there. So for those of you that have issues with your settings, please speak up and let me know, and we will walk all of you through the process. Another thing that we want to talk about is the fact that there are 10 secrets that the top earners in network marketing know, but they never talk about it. And when you learn what they are and how to apply these secrets to your business building activity, your business will grow faster. Now, I didn't learn these things until my third year in a business. Nobody ever talked about it. Nobody ever told anybody about it. I discovered this by accident. And the bottom line is, for the last maybe 5 or 6 years, I used to hold our top earner retreats. Initially, we did it once a year. Then we did it twice a year. Now we do it quarterly. And coming up weekend after next, we have our summer retreat where we're going to share with everybody the details on these secrets. Let me open this up. Okay, and Bill, I have to give you a call. I apologize. I missed our session yesterday, and we need to get back on track, but I've been working on that special project for you. Okay, so let me first look, see who's here. Now, when I pop over here I guess I needed to stay here. And I go over to LinkedIn or Facebook. Let me do Facebook first. So if I look down here, let me go to my home page. If I look down here on the right, I can see who's having a birthday. And this is huge because on Facebook, you could literally go out 5 days and use our birthday strategy to wish people an early happy birthday. But I want you to look, as I'm scrolling down this list, look at all the people with the green dots. So anybody with a green dot is there. All right. So if I send a message to Lisa or Katie, who's a coaching student, actually, so is Lisa, I think they're there. By the same token, when they look at my profile, they think I'm there. We go over to LinkedIn. We scroll down here and we look. I can see the people who are online. Okay, so Barbara, notice the green dot isn't turned on for you. This will dramatically increase your business. I mean, dramatically. All right. Now, let me come back over here. All right. Now, there are 10 secrets that the top earners in your business know, but nobody talks about it. Okay. So, and Debbie, I see she answered. So we're going to take a look. 10 secrets. Let me share them with you. First, every month, 200 network marketing companies close or make unpopular changes in their compensation plan. There's probably 12 or 14 different potential changes. One big one is failure to launch. And a week ago on Friday, Federal Trade Commission went after a company that has been in pre-launch since 2018. And literally tens of thousands of people invested in the company as a founder, but they still haven't launched. There's about 3,300 of them that you could connect with on LinkedIn. Every month, 300 new companies are launched. But according to the Direct Sales Association, 93% of them are going to fail within 5 years. So there's a pool of people in network marketing that are looking for a new home. And when you bring an experienced networker into your business is going to grow faster because they never come by themselves. They will bring members of their team. Network marketing companies recruit whales, top earners from other companies. And I know companies say, "Oh, we don't do that. We don't pay people to come over," and that's not true. Okay. Whales will leave a good company and move to another company with their teams. This is a huge piece of information because when you get into a company, been around for a long time. What would make a leader in a company move to another company? And there's probably a dozen reasons why. 5, whales will leave a failing company and bring their teams to another one. Well, that makes sense. If you're not being paid, you go someplace else. And the key there is not only to bring your team, but to bring other leaders or anybody in the company with you to the new business. And so when you understand that 79% of the people that are involved in the network marketing company are orphans, in other words, whoever got them into the business, could be as a customer, is no longer involved with the business. So they're not connected to any kind of a team. And as a result of that, their need for understanding and training has literally created a cottage industry of network marketing trainers that are marketing and promoting their solution to building your business. So let me be clear about one thing. Number one, actually several things. Number one, you have to talk to people if you want to be successful in network marketing. You know, these automated things, you know, that you just feed, you put names in there and they churn out email and they do all this other stuff. Those things don't work. They've never worked. You don't need a blog. You don't need a funnel. And I want you to think about it. To be successful in your business, you have to be doing something that is easy to duplicate. Now, you may have connected with somebody because they answered your blog. You may have connected with somebody that responded to what you're doing with your funnel. But think about how long it took you to set those up. And when you bring somebody into the business, they can't set those up. So everybody reverts back to that same nonsensical method. Make a list of your friends, your warm market, then pick up the phone and call them and pitch them on your business. And you all know how that works. Or I should say, you know how it doesn't work. What you're learning from me is the fastest and easiest way to build a business with your Facebook profile, with your LinkedIn profile. As a matter of fact, you want to see how responsive people are. Change your picture on Facebook and watch what happens. 85% of the whales in every company have been in more than one company during their career. And that should tell you something. People usually make more money in their second or third company than they did in their first. That's what I was told. My divorce attorney introduced me to network marketing. And I had a friend that had made millions working with a company called the Cambridge Dial. And she told me, you don't usually make money in your first company, but you'll make it in your second or your third. The reason you'll make more in your second or third is because when you go to another company, you have a whole pool of people that you could potentially bring with you. 8, when you bring a whale into your business grows much faster. That's almost self-evident. And so over the years, the whole paradigm of network marketing has changed. You know, 15 years ago, everybody was training, find a company that you can be passionate about, that has products you can be passionate about, and you invest 5 years in that company and you'll never have to work again. So that would encourage you to have patience and basically keep building the same business. Well, because information today spreads so quickly, a whole new paradigm has been established. And so you get seasoned network marketers, leaders, if you will, that will join a company and they'll bring people with them that they know to a company. Now, the first month they're in this business, whatever it is, they have pretty impressive results. Maybe they bring over 20 people, 30 people, and those people bring over 20 or 30 people. And so what happens is the company loves sharing success stories. So you bring in 25, 30 people. Now keep in mind that these seasoned leaders, because they can demonstrate to a company that they were in another company and they were very successful, are able to negotiate all kinds of deals. They may come into the business, but the company will not pay them as like they're paying you. Instead, they come in at the highest rank possible. So every time somebody comes into the business, whether they bring them in or members of the team bring them in, they get paid the maximum amount. They deny that they're doing it, but they're doing it. So they come into the business, first month, boom, everybody's looking at what they're doing. Second month, again, they're bringing in people, the leaders are bringing in people. Now, if they've been in a company for a while, sometimes the action and activity of getting involved with a new company and the startup bonuses and everything else, in some cases can equal what they are making in their other company. That's the incentive to do it. So after the second month, now the leaders are looking for natural organic growth. They're looking for duplication. They're looking for the people that they bring into the business, their leaders, to bring in other people. And the people that they're bringing into the business, they're looking for internal growth, organic growth. In other words, if I did nothing, the people that are in my business would the old-fashioned way, they're telling their friends or telling people that they know, and the business grows. Third month. And usually it's over 90 days that these leaders now take a look at duplication. They take a look at what are the people doing that got in the first month. If there are any issues with the products, if there are any issue with the company, they pop up. So a leader will go maybe 120 days. And now if they don't see genuine organic growth, or maybe they see that there's something that they didn't realize about the company. Whoops, made a mistake. So they will go to another company. And so there's a whole pool of network marketing leaders that will join a company, stay in it for 12 months or less, and then they go to another company. But while they're in that company, the company itself is edifying these people. They're saying, hey, Tom, look, we want to, man, Tom came into the business 60 days ago, and he's already at the top rank. He's brought into his group is 200 people. That edification that goes through the ranks of everybody in the company is heard by the orphans in the company that have no one to help, nobody to work with. And so these orphans are naturally attracted to these newbies. And so if the top earner decides after 4 months, 6 months, a year, that they want to go someplace else, let's say 5 months, they go someplace else, they do the same thing. All right? Announce to everybody, hey, for whatever reason, sometimes they badmouth the company that they're in. Or they say, it's been nice, but we found something better. We're going over here. And they announce it to everybody on their team, but they also announce it to everybody they're connected with, other leaders that they've met, other orphans that they've connected with. And it becomes a cycle. And there's nothing more frustrating when somebody that you respect, somebody that you trust, somebody that you admire because, hey, they were successful. Look at all the attaboys that they got. I followed these people over. And now these same people are coming back to you and they're saying they try to get you into something else. And usually after the third or fourth attempt at trying to push you into something else, because every time they bring you into another deal, they make money. And this is something that's going on in the business for years. And to be honest with you, it's an interesting business model. So if you think about it, you join a company, you give it your best effort. All right, you're bringing people over. Remember that when you get into any network marketing company, and I don't care whether they're brand new or they've been in business for 15 or 20 years, you are betting on management. Residual income is a wonderful thing. Make a sale one time, you get paid over and over and over, but you're betting on management. You're betting on leadership. You're betting on market trends. Now, I don't want to come across as being negative in network marketing, because let me tell you, the business model makes so much sense. Where can you start a legitimate business, totally legitimate, for such a small amount of money? And then when you invest your time and put effort into it, it's sweat equity. You don't have to invest $50,000 or $100,000 for a brick and mortar business, or even an internet business. You got to do websites, you got to do all this other stuff. No. Pay the entry fee, use the information that I'm training with you to build a business. And today you can do it online. And so you build a business. And as long as everything goes according to plan, you know, network marketing companies have a tendency to get involved with futuring. In other words, we're going to do this, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, you know, we're just getting started. Or they announce something to get the field of leaders and distributors excited. In September, we're coming out with this. The beginning of next year, we're going to come up with this, and this. We're giving everybody another opportunity. It's futuring. And the truth is, futuring is nice. But if you're going to devote your time and effort to building a business, you got to work with what's now. Don't tell me about what's going to happen in the future. What can I do now with this business? So here's something to think about. If you went out to Target, right? Target. You got a part-time job at Target, and they were paying you $18 an hour, and you work for them. In 1 week, you put 30 hours in. That's $540 that you would make for your effort. So while you're attempting to build your network marketing business, and you think, well, it just cost me $200 to get into the business, but every week you're investing $540 of your time. In 4 weeks, that's $2,100. Now, it's not something that you have to put out, but it's something that you could be bringing in if you went to work at Target. At Target, they're not going to pay you anything that generates residual income. That's the allure. That's the power. And that's one of the reasons why my trainings have been so popular over the years. That's the reason why my boot camps every month have repeat clients, repeat customers. It's one of the reasons why my coaching program is so popular. And I've got an exciting announcement about that before we're done. So for all of you, look at July. How many people did you talk to in July about your business? How many people signed up? Better yet, go back to January. January, February, March, the first quarter of the year. How many people did you bring into your business? Let's take an analysis of the status of your business. Where are you right now in your business? How many business builders do you have? How many customers do you have? Now, if you're just getting started, you have a phenomenal future, because you could literally, with your profile just the way it is, you could start talking to people, and literally you can start bringing people into the business, people that you know and people that you don't. So at the end of January, February, March, what was the state of your business? How many people did you bring in? And more importantly, what did those people do, and how many of them are still in your business? And if you're bringing people into your business, and after 30 or 60 days, they're out, in and out, then you have a business. You have to treat your business like a business. And any knowledgeable business person, if somebody gets in and then they get out in 30 or 60 days, you need to find out why. Find out what, because if you don't have retention, then you're just a salesperson. You want to build your network marketing business, you're basically building a team. Now, when you got into the business, you're passionate about the products, but where do I get trained? How do I learn the intricacies of network marketing? How do I learn how to build a team? Because in most companies, they don't teach you that. No, they don't teach you that. Their sole interest is you get in the business, get customers, get customers, get customers. Just get customers. They don't teach you how to train them. Unless, of course, you're on a team and the leader of the team is teaching. But 79% of the people in the company are not part of a team. So this creates this huge pool of people that when you understand how the game is played. I was bound and determined when my friend told me nobody makes big money in their first company. No, not me. I'm going to go right to the top of this company. And I was on my way to do it. And then the owners of the company sold the company to a totally different company that had different products, different mindset, everything. Nothing I could do about it. Now, 70% of the leaders in my company didn't stay. They went and they found other companies. And they try to bring their people in. As a matter of fact, most of them reached out to me. And they wanted me to join them in their business. I had the pleasure of getting to know Jim Rohn, who quietly on the side was building a Herbalife business. So when a number of leaders went over to Herbalife, man, they got me on the phone with Jim Rohn. Actually, we really developed a friendship. In fact, the person that got me into network marketing had a relation, take 2 minutes to tell you the story. She, like I said, was building a Cambridge business. So she and her husband would travel around the country and they do meetings. He was up on front, giving the presentation. He was a great salesman. She was in the back, interacting with the people. She was the relationship builder. He was the fast talker up at the front, relationship builder in the back. Together, they were a great team. So after their meeting, people left. They go up to the hotel room, and he beat the crap out of her because he thought she was too friendly with this one or that one. She put up with it for 3 years. And it was Jim Rohn and his training. If you don't like things, change. You're not a tree. Jim Rohn gave her enough self-confidence to know that when he went on a trip, when he came back, she had filed for divorce, had the locks changed, and there was a sheriff's deputy at the door to let him know that you can't come in here, blah, 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 blah. She loved Jim Rohn. And the company I was in, Jim Rohn was one of their members of their training academy. So when she found out that Jim Rohn was a part of this business, she jumped into it. She didn't try to tell me about the company. She just went and signed up. My divorce attorney told me, I signed up your girlfriend. Okay. So I told her that one day, I promise you, I'm going to set it up where you take Jim Rohn out to lunch, you take him out to dinner to express your gratitude for all the things that he did for you. Never expected it was going to happen. It was one of my goals. Well, the company becomes part of another company. So my connection with Jim Rohn is severed because he was an academy member and a faculty member. And here, 2 years later, I'm training the folks in a company called Manatech. I was I was doing all their big events. So there was their national convention was in Dallas, Texas in February. I was a speaker. Jim Rohn was a speaker. And the first time that I spoke to Jim Rohn, they wanted me in the Herbalife business. I told him, I said, Jim, one day, I want to buy you lunch or dinner. And I have a good friend that you changed her life. And one day, I'm going to let you guys have dinner together. I'll buy a treat and give her a chance to thank you. 18 months later, all right, never expected it to happen. But one of my students, actually, he was my first coaching student, connected with an unhappy network marketer in another company that was going out of business. And they put 3,000 people into Manatech in December. So he was being honored. He had the fastest growing group in the company in January. So he was being honored. I was speaking, and Jim Rohn was going to be there. So I had the opportunity to call him up, say, Jim, we're both going to be in Dallas. And I told you a couple of years ago that if we ever had the chance, so I want to buy you dinner. I want to buy dinner for you and for Sharon, because she's going to tell you how much you meant to her and how you literally changed her life. Okay? So you never know what's going to happen in the future. You just keep going. You've got goals. You have aspirations with your business. You keep plugging away. Just keep plugging away. And one of the reasons why we give everybody as a tool in our boot camps, we give you a copy of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Okay, don't wait until you know everything. Get started right away. You will find better tools along the way. We start with building a business. We start with recruiting people. And then as you bring them into your business, we have to train them. And we've got tools to help you do that. So help is available to anyone to recruit a whale. You don't have to be successful in a business. You just have to have a relationship with someone that likes you and trusts you, that is looking for something new. The rest of it will take care of itself. Anyone at any level of experience in network marketing can recruit a whale. And during our retreats, I'm going to share examples of people that have done it. The first whale that I enrolled in my company, I was a leader in name only. I had a group of about maybe 200 people. Wasn't growing very fast. It wasn't duplicating that quickly. But when I'm talking to a regional vice president in a company that is absolutely looking to go someplace else, I called the company, spoke to the CEO's assistant, introduced myself. I'm a leader in the company in Palm Beach, and I've got a whale that would like to talk to, Jeff and Eric. She set the whole thing up. I just had to stay in touch and follow up. After we brought that whale in, it was a regional vice president. Regional vice president. We brought 5 more regional vice presidents. That's the way it works. So I am running a special promotion. I'm making this available to 10 people. All right, special promotion. I'm running an experiment. If you go to my website, Max Stein, and I'm going to give you a link to it, maxsteingart.com/retreat. We've had a promo code where you could register for the retreat. I think it was for $274. I'm going to send all of you here. And what you want to do with this is you want to share this with members of your team. One of the things that I learned about events and working with people in events is you never go to an event by yourself. I built my business around the events that companies were putting on. So in a retreat, you're going to get a copy of How Network Marketers Catch Whales. You're going to get a 90-day game plan. And as soon as you register, you're going to have access to this. The actual training, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they're going to start at 10 o'clock every morning. On Friday and Saturday, it'll go from 10 to 3. Sunday, it'll go from 10 to 1. All of the sessions are going to be recorded. We're going to show you how, wherever you are in the business, you create your own $1 million mindset. More importantly, we're going to show you, take these 10 secrets, go into them in detail, how to connect with whales, the 4 different ways people make money, and how you can reach out to these other people and bring them into your business. We also have a library with the recorded trainings of 16 $1 million earners who are going to share their experiences with you as well. Now, okay, so Eva, does anyone have experience with this? No. Oh, I see. Eva, what are you trying to order? Let me unmute you. Folks, if you've got questions about anything, ask. These Ask Max sessions are specifically set up for that. So Eva, what are you trying to do?
I was trying to get into the top earners, to sign up.
Okay.
And I filled in my name, address, but there was no field for my card.
Okay, let me see. So you went to www.retreat.
Well, actually, I went from the maxsteingart.com and I went to the retreat.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah. and I found it there.
So
The
you went-
summer.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there. Then I went to
Training,
which one was it?
and then you did the top earner retreat.
Yeah.
We'll come down here.
I have a
Yeah.
hand.
What
Yeah,
button?
clicked on there.
Uh-huh.
Register now. I filled in everything here
Mhm.
and the payment. But this is, you see, you don't have it either. So I don't know. So maybe I'm missing something.
Well, here. Billing information. You don't have this?
Yes, but that's just name and not the card.
Okay, so I think what you have to do. Basically put that in.
Yeah, and I thought that after filling this in, I just click on the last one. Yeah, there is like continue or something, but no, it didn't let me go. It said that I have to insert my credit card number, but I don't know where. I wrote to the support
All right,
at Max, yeah, about this. So let's see. But I think that everyone, as I see, it's a problem. Yeah, it should somehow be connected to the
well,
card.
yeah. Okay, and by the way, so this is off the website. So let me see if we do it the other way.
Mhm. Okay, put in like the retreat and the slash. Yeah, Max
Yeah.
Steingart. That.
Let's try that.
Yeah. Yes. Please.
Maxsteingart.com
Mm-hmm.
retreat. Hit the enter key. Register now. Billing information. Okay, so let me see what happens when I click on this. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'm going to get. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to let my office know that to schedule you for a 30-minute coaching session.
Thank you.
So we can put some time in. And yeah, we have taken PayPal. We're not using PayPal anymore. So you need to use a credit card, or we're coming up with some alternatives to PayPal. But Eva, I appreciate that, and we will get something out to all of you today after it's fixed. Okay, so really,
Right.
really appreciate it. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to jump over here, and I need to jump into Debbie's account. And Debbie is one of my coaching students.
Hey, Max.
Good morning. So
Good morning.
she wrote back.
She did, and actually not what I expected, but
Okay, and who is that now?
LaDonna. Mitchell. So before, I said I was doing a project launch, and she said she's always interested in hearing. And then I asked her some questions about her current job, and apparently she is making more and less stress. And at one point you mentioned that I could say, oh, I neglected to send this to you. Because we have it all written out, why
Mhm.
she'd be successful and whatnot. So,
Okay, so let me, I think we've saved it here. Hey, if it's not there, we put it in the notes between you and me.
right.
So let's take a look. So the way this works, folks, is you can almost anticipate. Oh, that was Veronica.
Right.
Did we do something with LaDonna? No.
I think we did.
Okay. Well, still, where you have to go now? Does she have any experience in network marketing?
Yeah, she's the one that her and her dad did a lot of different companies years ago.
Okay. So the bottom line is this. Now, if you look at her profile, she was a store manager at David's Bridal. Now she's doing LensCrafters, right?
Right.
How do I remember this stuff? So now she's working, but she started out in retail. Now she's got experience with network marketing because she did it with her dad. But did we ask her why did she get into network marketing in the first place? Did we ever ask her that?
I'm trying to remember. Probably not.
Okay.
Just asked if she had experience with that.
Right. Okay, so where the conversation with her is going to go
Okay.
is, Madonna can, so this is a win-win. Compensation is better and stress is less. So win-win. Madonna, I am happy for you. Okay. Because most people that work for David's Bridal can't say that. But at least you've landed on your feet. Now, so now we wanted to find out, she never told you what she was doing for them. So compensation.
She said management.
Okay, so she's in management. So now, just like you made money as a manager, you're going to build teams and you're going to help the people at LensCrafters make a lot of money. But in the corporate world, what you do for the company, you may get bonuses, all those other things. It works for as long as you're useful to the company. And then if they make a change, bum, 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 you're gone. We don't have to say that, but what we really need to do is congratulate her and then say, why did you and your dad, why did you get into network marketing years ago? Well, what was the reason? And you want her to say for the money.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason that people get into network marketing is the money. But it's more than the money, it's residual income. And so it's going to follow the strategy that, we've got all kinds of examples of, where maybe it's time to stop building teams and make these companies rich. You see, all the reasons that you were not successful in network marketing years ago working with your father, they don't exist anymore. Now, the only thing you have to take into consideration is the fact that she's starting a new job and she's going to be totally immersed in that.
Right.
Okay. And she's going to be thinking, well, I really don't have time to do this. Well, we're not looking for her to sign up in your business by Monday.
Right.
So you got to cut her a little slack, give her some time, stay in touch. Congratulations. How's work going? But LaDonna, when you can cut out an hour a day to work with me, let me help you develop a team on the side where you can stay, and you'd use the project launch script on her. In the next 90 days, I'm about to launch a project where you can make working with me an extra 40 grand in the next 90 days. That's going to get her attention. That's going to motivate her to basically want to take a look. So you're not done.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You're right. The relationship continues. So we need to be making posts that revolve around choices, that revolve around things that are going on in life in general. Now, one of my students, let me pop over here, and then I have a coaching person that's waiting. I'm gonna.
You know what? We already did say to her about the project launch, and perhaps it's time to stop building teams and training.
Okay, so again, we're gonna go back to that.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna use another version. Now, Nick, it was $1 million earner in another company. He's just joined a new company. And to give you an idea, he posted this the other day. Well, it's not like we were never warned. Anne had warned us in 1957. Folks, if you haven't read the book Atlas Shrugged, you need to read the book. Okay, so he posted this. When you see that in order to produce, you need to obtain permission from men who produce nothing. When you see that money is flowing to those who deal, not in goods, but in favors. When you see that men got richer by graft and by pull than by work, and your laws don't protect you against them, but protect them against you. When you see corruption being rewarded and honesty becoming a self-sacrifice, you may know that your society is doomed. Okay. So what I did was, I read Atlas Shrugged when I was in college. I couldn't put it down. It's a big book. I literally started reading it on a Thursday. I finished it on a Sunday. And that's all I read. But if you come over here, so he's had 5 people that liked it. And he had one person that made a comment. All right. So on my comment, thanks so much for sharing this. Atlas Shrugged should be required reading in our schools. Everyone with an entrepreneurial mindset should read this book. And there were 2 people that liked it. So there are going to be people that are going to post things. Okay. And this is one way that you develop relationships with people. You start liking their posts. All right.
I notice certain people are doing that with me. They
Yeah.
like just about every post I do.
Mhm. And then, and there are gonna be people that you talk to about your business that will continue to like them. You know, they're not a prospect, you know, they're not interested. But remember that when somebody likes what you do, it's not only seen by other people that are looking at the post, but it's seen by the people they're connected to. That's the ripple effect of your posts. All right, so I'm gonna be back at
Right.
4 o'clock this afternoon, and then tonight at 9 o'clock, we have our third session of boot camp. There's still time to get in it. And but tomorrow I'm closing registration for the August boot camp. If there's anybody that's interested in my coaching program, type coaching. Actually, I don't have time. Write to support@maxsteingart.com, put in the subject line coaching, and one of my staff members will reach out to you. So just remember this, more important than anything else, we need, whoops. If you really want to know and understand the nature of network marketing and learn the things that other people in your company will never tell you, then be sure you join us at our retreat.